This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
After some thunderstorms last night, we've been seeing some rainy weather across northern Nevada today. When things will dry out as storm watch tops Channel 2 News at 5, but likely not anytime soon because a flash flood watch remains in effect really for much of northern Nevada tonight. Good evening. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for being with us tonight. How much more is on the way? Well, let's get straight to storm watch team coverage for you to find out. Chief Meteorologist Mike Algers in the Weather Center and Chloe Beardsley right there is live in downtown Reno with a look at how area leaders are preparing for the possibility of flash flooding.
Wow. All right, Mike, let's start with you. What can we expect going into this night?
Well, we've got one more night, I think. You remember last night how some of our most intense precipitation happened in the evening and overnight hours. We've got probably till about midnight tonight where we have a chance of more happening. Even more so because we've actually broken out our clouds a little bit. If we'd stayed cloudy all day long, we'd probably still have a chance of some showers. But the fact we've got a little sun baking down on things and very, very moist air column out there does mean that we have a chance of getting a lot of precipitation here coming up later tonight. In terms of what's happening, let's go, first of all, take a look at the radar across the region because it is pretty intense and it is spotty in here and there. But boy, you can see a lot of activity. Look at that lightning counter, over 1,100 strikes here just in the last half hour or so. And as we look at what's going on here, I want to take a look at a couple places. First of all, the most severe weather that we're looking at right now is actually over there near Elko. Basically between Elko and Spring Creek, you're seeing a severe thunderstorm warning there. A lot of lightning, a lot of very heavy precipitation, and that's something to kind of be watching for on that side of the state. Now for us here, we've got a lot of activity down here to the south. Fallon and Yarrington, Smith and Mason Valleys have had a lot of going on as in the Gardnerville area. We're going to look at that in a little more detail in a second. But this is the one I want to look at here in terms of how it may affect us in Reno. We got a cell coming down through Susanville, Janesville, along Highway 395, Honey Lake. Some of that may rotate its way around and get toward us. Now, will this cause us precipitation tonight? I think there's a good chance of it. This low is moving out, and as it does, we've got another evening here worth of precipitation. But watch what happens tomorrow. It clears out fairly quickly, and by tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be looking at probably mostly sunny or maybe at most partly cloudy conditions. Now, I mentioned the area, some of the areas around here that did see flash flooding. First of all, we want to take a look at a picture that Mike Selby sent in. This is in the Sky Tavern area. He said they may have had as much as 3 inches of rain in less than 1 hour, caused a lot of drainage issues down there and carved things up. But probably the most dramatic video that we got is coming down here from the area south of Minden and Gardnerville. This is just near kind of the Gardnerville Rancheros area here. Karen Joyner sent this in, and you can see flooding going across the road. This is a dangerous situation. This is not something that you want to try to cross in a car. Now, obviously, you get in a rural area like this, the floods are going to happen where the floods are going to happen. But there are some things, at least here in the cities, that we can do to help things out. We sent Chloe Beardsley downtown Reno here. And Chloe, I understand that, you know, even though, you know, like I say, floods may happen where they're going to happen, there are some things that some of the city crews can do to at least mitigate the possibility in town of flooding. Is that right?
That's absolutely right, Mike. And actually today we caught up with Washoe County crews and with the city of Reno, and they were cleaning out drainage ditches this afternoon just in case there's any possible thunderstorms. We caught up with Washoe County crews focusing on the Spanish Springs and Sun Valley area today. They were clearing out everything from large items like this mattress to smaller trash pieces.
Picking up any kind of debris that may be in the ditch that could potentially block any culvert pipes or whatever and cause a flood.
From the outskirts to downtown, crews in Reno were also busy, paying extra attention to areas that have flooded easily in the past.
We will go to the low-lying areas, the problematic areas first, and start inspecting those for an impending storm.
More than 9,000 drains are checked and cleaned twice a year, with extra inspections done in areas like at this spot near 4th and Stoker, which has flooded before.
We have a large amount of precipitation that comes off of I-80, and then a large amount of precipitation that comes off of Kings Road.
Meteorologists with the National Weather Service say a weather balloon launch indicated we could see a lot of moisture out of this storm.
If those storms develop, they will produce pretty heavy rains. The moisture values over us right now are some of the highest we've measured in June since the Weather Service has been here.
The question is where exactly all that precipitation will fall.
It's tough to predict exactly where these storms would develop this afternoon. It's just good to be weather aware today.
And since there's high moisture content in the atmosphere, the city of Reno already has sandbags stocked.
On site, we have over 750,000 sandbags to be filled, and we probably have 200 or 300 on site that are ready.
And if you need to, you can get sandbags from Reno Direct, and you can also sign up for emergency alerts with Washoe County Code Red. We've put all that information for you on our website. You can just go to KTVN.com and click under the blue News Links button for all of that information. Covering Stormwatch Live, Chloe Beardsley, Channel 2 News.
Okay, Chloe, thank you. Well, today the Truckee Meadows Water Authority released the numbers showing how much their customers reduced water use last month, and our recent rains have helped out as well. Okay, let's take a look. 19%, that is the amount the customers have saved water last month than they did of May of 2013, which is the last year when Tumwa did not ask for any water cutbacks. Now, that amounts to 500 million gallons or 1,500 acre-feet of water saved. But what does that really mean? Check this out. 1 acre-foot of water is equal to the amount used by 2 households in a year. So the water saved last month could supply more than 3,000 homes for a year.
People are certainly doing their part. They've responded accordingly. You know, they've cut back their outdoor water use, and when it rains, we're noticing that, and it's reflected in the data that people are going out there and shutting off their systems.
And Tumwa says just because we've saved in May, that doesn't mean Northern Nevadans should stop cutting back. They're encouraging everyone to try to save at least 10% in outdoor water use to preserve the water supply in the years to come.
The water that's saved now truly is water that we can use to serve our customers next year. So we encourage our customers to continue with their savings, and we're asking them to continue saving at least 10% because we're really seeing the results.